everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a fall/autumn essential videos for you guys. So initially I was debating doing this video because this is mid-October, and I would have loved to actually release it sometime about mid-September, so just about a month ago. But I realized like at this time we are fully in fall and the stores have a lot more interesting items in, so actually this is not a bad time for me to do the video. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Odette and I do fashion and lifestyle videos with a splurge of luxury every now and again. So you should go ahead and subscribe to my channel because I release videos on a weekly basis, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you know every single time that I upload. So the first category that I want to start with is basically outerwear, and I have three different types of outerwear that I think will be great for this season. So the first one is a trench coat. A trench coat for me, it's really perfect. I know it's particularly popular during the springtime, but I think it's great as well during the autumn, especially when you're coming out of the summer where it's not all the way cold and it's not all the way warm, so you have something like this that just keeps you warm enough. So depending on where you are, you may have already passed the time to actually wear trench coats, but in the UK the weather goes up and down. One minute it's a little bit warm and another time it's raining cats and dogs. So having a trench coat out, at least I haven't packed it yet, like I haven't put it away, I'm still keeping it just because I still find it useful. And this one that I have, actually picked it up from Zara a couple of years ago. I will post similar ones, and this one is made from a full suede material. Now if you're concerned about the rain, which is definitely something we're concerned about in the UK, then you might want to have almost like a raincoat style trench. So the second item I want to show you, still in the outerwear section, is a jacket. So it's funny because a couple of years ago, well, was it years ago? I think about 2 years ago, we first saw the jacket and I wasn't a huge fan of it. And I think it actually came out during the spring, summertime. That's at least the first time that I saw it, and it was very popular in shops like Topshop. Not so much Zara, but I remember Topshop having a lot of it. And I didn't like it back then. But this one that Zara came out with, I'm a huge fan of it. I think it's really nice. It's actually quite warm, a lot warmer than I thought it was going to be. So again, another piece that you can wear, and this is perfect because it's quite versatile as well. You can wear it as a shirt because it has all the characteristics of a shirt, i.e. it has this front pockets here, it has the button down, the collar, everything that you would have on a shirt, but at the same time it's extremely warm, so you can get away with wearing it just as it is without, you know, actually putting on a coat. So this, I think, is quite a good piece to have in your wardrobe. I would definitely say when it comes to a jacket, think about the style and the design that you're looking for. Again, it's not for everybody, but it's definitely something to consider because it's quite a versatile piece. And the final item is a cape coat. So this one, I picked it up from Another Stories. Again, I picked it up last year. It's just something that I had in my wardrobe, but every season or every fall/winter, these stores come up with a variety of cape coats. However, the reason why I put a cape coat in, so this one is actually quite warm, and I think this is probably a bit more winter-esque. So if I was wearing something like this, I'll probably wear it with a tank top or something very light inside. But the reason why I put a cape coat in this category is because you have a lot of spaces in the cape coat. Like, look at the arm, it's so big, you have a lot of air coming in, so it doesn't particularly keep you warm all the way through, so you do get that breeze coming in. I think the trick is to pick one that is not as warm. Unfortunately, I am showing you this one. This, I believe, was 100% wool, so it is extremely warm. But if you pick something that's made out of polyester or it's a wool blend, you may find that it's not as warm and you can sort of get away with wearing it during this time. So the second category of fall essentials is knitwear, and this category for me is a given. I don't even have to try and sell it to you guys. I feel everybody knows that when the colder months arrive, you have to wear knitwear. What I love about this category is that knitwear, especially this year, I've seen it in almost every piece of clothing items. I don't know whether that's because of lockdown, but yeah, I've seen it in every piece of clothing item. I'm going to show you a few here. So the first item I have to show you in the knitwear category is this gorgeous cream cardigan, and one of the reasons why I love it is because it features these gorgeous shell buttons. I just think that the contrast between the buttons and the cream nature plus the cable knit structure of it, everything about it just makes it quite a gorgeous and unique piece. I picked this one up from Mango a couple of years ago, but again, you can find so many warm cable knit cardigans out here, and it's actually a short cardigan, so it's not particularly cropped, but it's a different type of cardigan for me, and I really like it. The only thing that I'm not crazy about, that I think maybe you need to watch out for when you are purchasing cardigans, is the fluff that comes out of it. So this one, whenever I wear it with like my leggings, it always leaves the extra fluffiness that it it has on my clothes, and I don't like that because that means I have to use that rolling sticker thing. I don't know what you call it, but yeah, I have to use it to get the stuff out, so that's extra work for me. But outside of that, I really love this cardigan. Sticking to the cardigan trend as well is a long line cardigan. I mean, every year we always see long line cardigans, particularly from tops like H&M and Zara, but I feel like this year it's definitely something that is quite prominent in the shops. And the first one that I have to show you is just this beautiful brown long line cardigan from Zara. I really love it. It's a proper maxi. It's not just, I wouldn't even call this a long line cardigan. I would call it a maxi cardigan because it literally is quite long. On me, I'm 5'8" for reference, in case you're wondering. The only thing I didn't like about this one in particular was the belt. If you watch my last video, you'd find that I mentioned in that video that the only thing I wasn't really crazy about this particular cardigan was where the belt stood, because it was kind of hanging down. However, I do plan to keep it, and I would just take the belt out because I have looked on the internet and I have not been able to find anything like this. Having seen this particular one in this color, I don't want any other one. I want this one. It's so pretty and it goes with all of my outfits. And speaking of knitwear as well, what I found particularly this year, but I also noticed it, I think I started noticing it maybe last year or 2 years ago, a lot of the knitwear that the stores are producing, they're not just a simple polo net top, they do have a lot of things going around it, and so you have a range of choices that you can pick from when it comes to your knitwear. And a good example of that is this one. This is a very interesting knitwear because in the body of the top you have obviously a full-on brown knitted part, and then the arms you have this gorgeous organza print, which just kind of adds a different dynamic to the top. It makes it versatile because it's not a top that you feel you only can wear during the day. This is something that you can wear at night as well, paired with a gorgeous leather trouser. So yeah, so that's an option for you guys. Another alternative is pretty much what I'm wearing. I'm just gonna stand up so you can see. It is a crop top jumper, and what I love about this is that it has this gorgeous shoulder padded shoulders. So I love this one because obviously it features the shoulder pad, but it's also slightly different from your standard knitwear because it is cropped and it's a bit boxy on the top and sort of goes in at the waist, so it gives it a different structure, if you will, and makes it slightly different from what you would normally see, making it an interesting piece in my opinion. I mean, these are just the ones that I have to show you now, but there's so many clothing pieces in the knitwear category, from knitted trousers, knitted dresses, skirts, knitted set, literally just a range of different things that you can pick from. So the knitwear category is obviously a must. Actually, in the coming weeks, I do plan to do a knitwear haul just to show you some of my favorite picks from the high street. So again, subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so that you know when I upload that video in particular. So another big category that I think is a fall essential, I mean, some people may disagree with me, but I would absolutely put this category in my fall essentials video, and that is the midi dress or midi skirts. So I don't know what it is about midi length dresses and skirts, but I just feel like they're such a perfect piece of clothing item to own, particularly during the fall. I don't know, I think maybe because they go so well with ankle boots or with boots, I don't know what it is, but they do create a very pretty aesthetic, particularly with boots or with trainers, and they go so well during the autumn season. So I pretty much have two examples to show you. I'm going to start off with this unironed slip dress that I bought from Mango a while ago. Again, this is just a gorgeous piece of clothing item to have. I love to pair this particularly with boots, ankle boots in particular, but also over the knee boots sometimes if it gets too rainy, to provide that extra warmth for me. But yeah, this is definitely a dress that I love. I bought this one a while ago, but you can find variations of this. I'm definitely going to put some great options in the description box for you. Another great midi-length clothing piece to have is a midi-length skirt. This is actually one of my favorite autumn winter items to have. Every year I do wear this. I love it. I remember once when these slip skirts came out and they were just the hype, like Topshop had it in all sorts of variations. I bought I think 2 or 3 different ones from them. It's such a pretty aesthetic. It gives you that chic streetwear type of vibe, and I really love it. I love pairing this with trainers and with boots, and they go perfectly well with knitwear. I think the contrast in fabric as well gives it that extra chicness to it, you know. But yeah, so I really like midi length skirts and dresses because they're great for transitioning from summer to fall. Why? Because you can still wear them if it's a little bit warm outside, but if it gets cold, then you can just chuck on a blazer or a coat, and you can wear boots, either short or long boots, to keep you warm, but you still look dressed for the season. So the next category is leather. I feel like this is a category that everyone can buy into, because over the years the stores have created a variation of leather outfits, and I'm gonna start with, I guess, one of my best pieces, which is a leather skirt. This one is like a cream leather skirt, and I love this one so much because it's something that you can, if you're not really into the hardcore leather look, then this is definitely a way that you can wear leather without actually it being obviously leather. Another great leather option is this brown leather trousers. Again, if you didn't want to quite wear, I guess, black leather trousers because you felt it was a bit too harsh for your style, wearing a colored one like brown is definitely a softer way to buy into the leather look without it being too obvious. And obviously I couldn't talk about leather without mentioning the leather jacket. This is like a must-have. It's almost like if you're going to buy just one leather piece of item, a leather jacket is kind of the way to go. This one I picked it up from All Saints a couple of years ago, and I remember a couple of years ago it was such a thing to wear leather and a fur gilet. So this is what I'm talking about. Like literally when in the UK, I remember when I was in university, this was such a trend. So again, if you don't want to have that full-on biker chick type of look with a leather jacket, then this is a great way to wear leather. So another essential that I think everyone needs to have during the fall season is fall colors. So I'm talking about your browns, blacks, burgundies, I would even say your whites, your dark reds. Those are typically fall colors. An example of that is this top. You can see it has a bunch of red, dark green. Like when you see this, don't you immediately think leaves falling off of a tree? So that's another way to think about it. I have another example here, which is just this waistcoat that I picked up from Zara, and again, it's brown. It's very much in the season. Even this top that I'm wearing, or this jumper that I'm wearing, it's quite similar to a burgundy, and burgundy is like a staple fall color. So definitely a great essential that you need to have during this period are colors that emulate the season. I didn't want to talk about things like leggings and jeans, just because I feel like these are items that we wear throughout the year. I don't think it's exclusively for the fall season. I just think it's an all year round piece of clothing item. So quickly moving on to accessories, a great essential that you need is obviously a pair of boots. Chelsea boots are like my favorite boots. I don't know if they're still a thing. I don't know if they're still a vibe. They're literally the most comfortable pair of boots that you can own, because all you have to do is do this and slip your foot inside and you're good to go. And this would look amazing with like crop trousers. It look amazing with midi skirts, midi dresses. It just looks amazing with a bunch of items that you have. Another fall essential is long boots. So this one that I have is specifically over the knee boots. I think I picked this one up from Aldo, but yeah, this one I have is specifically over the knee boots, and you don't need over the knee boots. So if you had the option to pick either a pair of over the knee boots or tall boots, I would always say go with tall boots, because yeah, you can wear them to more places and they're a lot more versatile than over the knee boots. But this is definitely an option to have. So this again would look great on the midi skirts, look great with like knitted dresses, as well as they look amazing over dark blue jeans, or black jeans, or even light blue jeans. Basically they're actually quite nice. But yeah, I think my favorite thing to own outside of a Chelsea boot is just a tall boot like this one. I picked this one up from Jones, but it's a fantastic pair of boots. I love it because, particularly this one, because it has this like grip underneath. So again, for a country where it rains all the time, you need something like this so you don't slip up all the time. A fall essential that I think everyone should have, but I know not everyone likes, is a fedora hat. I love a fedora hat. I have 4 fedora hats. This is my most recent addition. I love me a good fedora hat. I think they're so cute. It protects your hair. Yeah, if it rains, it protects your hair. If it's too windy, you know, you may have this happening depending on where the wind is coming from, but it doesn't mess up your hair as much, you know. So actually that's probably the use of a fedora hat. Fedora is my choice. I know during the season as well people like to wear beanie hats. I'm not a beanie hat person. I just think they look very weird on me. That leads me now to my final fall essential that I think you need, which is jewelry. The reason why I want to add this to this category is because I feel like during the fall everything is just so gloomy, it's so boring, it's so ugh. So I always think having a little bit of bling on your body, whether that's your earrings or your necklace or whatever, I feel like that adds it adds a bit of shine to you. I don't want to say glowy, but it kind of does make you look glowy when you're wearing jewelry. It makes you pop a bit more. So I think it's definitely an essential for you to have as far as your wardrobe is concerned. I don't know if I missed anything. I have a very weird feeling that I might have missed out an essential that I shouldn't have, but those are my fall/autumn essentials that I think every girl needs in their wardrobe. Let me know which of these categories are your favorite, and let me know a category that you think I might have missed out and should have definitely made its way to my video. But yeah, thank you so much for watching to this point. If you enjoyed this video, then go ahead and like it and share to your friends and family, because if you like it, chances are they'd like it as well. For more updates on fall outfits and fall essentials, definitely follow me on my Instagram to get more inspiration on things that you can wear, and also to see how I style all of these essential pieces throughout the season. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.